Okay, I got you. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Mortgage Light Bites Breakfast with Tiffany. And today is
Jen.
And Jen.
There's two of us.
You're the expert on this subject, though.
But you're the expert realtor.
Okay.
Takes team.
Teamwork. Teamwork
Yes.
makes the dream work.
Yes.
Anyway, today is September the 26th.
25th.
I'm a day ahead. September 25th. So big things happened last week. Big announcements from the Fed about interest rates. And so Tiffany's going to talk to us today about what has happened and the differences from what our high was for the interest rates and what it is now and how much savings you can get. So let us go.
Fun. Let's do the math.
Math nerds. There are math nerds watching this. I know there are. So what do you got?
That's okay. The nice part is the Fed did meet last week and they did reduce the Fed funds rate by 50 basis points. The nice part about that is a couple weeks prior to that, mortgage rates have actually been getting lower prior to the Fed funds rate decrease. The Fed funds rate is overnight lending rates for banks. And that's going to be more of your short-term interest rates like your credit cards, your car loans. Mortgages are more forward-thinking with their rates because they're based on the treasuries and the bond markets. So those come out actually every day. And so those can go up and down, throughout the day or throughout the week. But the nice part is we actually got interest rates into the upper sevens and even touched 8% last year. So we're doing a lot of refinances right now to capture these lower interest rates. And plus, having the lower interest rates, you have a lot more buying power for some of our buyers who may have gotten frustrated or who couldn't find something that they liked or the prices were a little bit too high, because appreciation on properties is still happening. So if you can find a property, even if the interest rate is not as low as you would like it to be, we can always refinance later, and then your property will still continue to appreciate.
And so what's like an average cost of refinance? Because it's not like you just circle back and just refinance it. There are some out-of-pocket costs.
There are, but the nice part is on a refinance is less expensive than when you're going to be doing a purchase, and it really depends on the loan amount. And then we also look at the savings that you might make by reducing your interest rate, and then just do the math. Does it make sense to refinance? When do you break even? If it's a year, I don't necessarily like to go more than 2, but if it's closer to a year, year and a half, that might make sense. And we just do the numbers to see what works out.
Okay, very cool. So do us a little comparison, like what your mortgage payment would have been a year ago for a similar price property to what it is now.
So let's take an example of a $400,000 loan.
Okay.
Because it doesn't really matter what you put down. So you have a $400,000 loan. If your interest rate somewhere in the mid sevens, maybe like 7.5%, your principal and interest part of that payment is about $2,800.
Okay.
If you fast forward now and you're probably in the low sixes, that same $400,000, you're looking at about $2,450.
That's pretty good savings.
$370, $380 monthly payment savings.
Right.
So you can afford a little bit more. Or if you have a lot of debt, then you can still look in the same price point, and then you're not as strapped.
Okay. So where do you, what are the predictions now for the mortgage interest rates moving forward from today?
Well, the nice part is they're thinking they're going to get under 6%, and there actually are some shorter terms and some special programs that are in the upper 5s right now. It just depends on what we're looking at. We are on a decreasing rate environment for the Fed funds, and they are forecasting to continue that rate cut. Probably a little more conservatively through the next year, but that's good news because that just puts more money in folks' pocket, and that should also help the mortgage rates as well.
Right. So since last week, have you seen an uptick in people that are more interested now in possibly purchasing, taking loans?
I have, because now that the rates have dropped, there's a lot of folks that have been sitting on the sidelines for a little bit with their lower interest rates. And since interest rates got as high as, we'll say, 8%, and now they're back into the 6% range or 6.5%, that's a lot more affordability for them. So they're more apt to list their house on the market and then go buy something else. So there is more properties coming on the market and more buyers.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Well, there you have it. Today's Mortgage Light Bite, Breakfast with Tiffany. We'll see you next time.
See ya.